Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Candace. I'm here with Christy with Renew Remedies. Christy, please tell us what you do.
Okay, wow, we do amazing things here. Well, my specialty is epigenetic nutrition. So I look at people through the lens of genetics, helping them to identify where they have genetic weaknesses and help them come up with a laser focused approach to strengthening those weaknesses. As a part of what I do, we have our Renew Remedy therapies, and we help people with things like anxiety, depression, PTSD, ADHD, and insomnia.
Oh, that is awesome.
So my big focus really is on about helping people's mental health be optimized in all ways. So I like to bring all of that in together because we know a lot of this is genetic, right? It can run through families. We know some of it is environmental, some of it is diet and inflammation related, but we can also use technology to our advantage, neural entrainment technology, to help get people unstuck when they're stuck in that chronic stress phase. And they can book these appointments on renewremedy.com.
Okay, so give me an example of someone who has used your therapies. So like if someone's like, I still don't understand. They did this and now blah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll give you, how about I'll give you three?
Perfect.
We'll do three. So one of them was a young man who was seeing me for his health. He had some chronic disease, but he developed very severe depression. He had major depressive disorder. His family thought he was going to commit suicide, and they were really at their wits' end. They didn't know what else to do. And I said, well, he has to start Theta therapy today. So he didn't want to do it. Of course, a lot of people that are deeply depressed are very resistant to doing therapies. But his mom said, nope, we're doing this. He was 26 years old, I think, when we started this. We did a therapy session. He agreed to come back for a second one. Did the second one. He said, okay, I'll come back one more day. Did that third one. After that third one, he really felt the shift. He said, I'll come back every day. So he did our intensive, which is a month-long, everyday therapy. At the end of 30 days, his mom asked him if he was ready for more therapy, and he said, no, I know what I want to do with my life now.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And he was
That's
ready
beautiful.
to move on. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Another one was a young lady a young mom who was really struggling with alcohol and just she was drinking every night. She was functional. She was working full time, but at night she was drinking quite a bit. And she just struggled for about a decade. And so we did an intensive. We like to see people twice a day, depending on the severity of what's going on. And so she did her first therapy. The next day she did 2 therapies. And after that, so it was a total of 3 therapies, she sent me an email or a text and said, I cannot describe how good I feel right now. She did 2 weeks with us. And she said, it is like parts of my brain healed that helped me deal with the alcohol. And so we did a complete shift in her life.
That's beautiful.
Another one was an 11-year-old who is not coping well with the public school environment. And he was, what do you call it when they ask you to leave, when you're expelled? He was expelled and sent home to do work at home. So he was given worksheets and a computer. He was expelled because of violence. A very young fellow with a lot of PTSD. A lot of PTSD that started really when he was in utero. Okay, and now his parents don't have custody anymore. Other family members are taking care of him. Again, struggling. He's in therapy. He's got a variety of therapists that work with him, but the grandparents were still just really at their wits' end. And so he came in to do an intensive. The first week, he was really resistant, lots of complaining, arguing, didn't want to be here. After about a week and a half, he looked at me and he goes, I like that machine. I'm like, very cool. For the rest of that therapy, it just huge shifts. That kid was so happy. And I asked the grandparents, is this Is it lasting? Does he go home? Does he stay happy? And they said yes. And I said, how is he interacting with his siblings? They said he's doing much, much better. So what we know that normal behavior is going to come in a range like this.
Mm-hmm.
And his behavior was going too low, too high, too low, too high. So with theta therapy, we got his behavior in the normal range, normal highs, normal lows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm happy to say that he's restarted school.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So is this a non-invasive type of...
It is beautiful. It's a completely non-invasive. It is not drug related, so it's independent of pharmaceuticals, and it's completely passive. You, as the participant, you don't have to do anything but take some deep breaths and allow the technology to work. So what we're doing is, we know that people that are depressed or they're stuck in a state of chronic stress, or they have anxiety or addictions, their brain is oscillating at a different frequency than mine or yours. And they oftentimes cannot break out of that on their own. It's not like, when you fall down and you scrape your knee and you get a scab on your knee, your skin's going to heal. But the brain, when it gets an injury, isn't going to heal quite like that. It needs to be in a theta brainwave. And so we have, right now, as we sit here and talk, we're in a beta brainwave because we're processing information, we're evaluating information. When you're relaxed, sitting around at home with the family, maybe watching TV, you're in an alpha brainwave. Just before you drift off to sleep, you get into a theta brainwave. It's that deep relaxation you get when you're lying in bed just about to sleep. And it's when you get into the theta brainwave that the brain begins to heal and you can develop new neural pathways. And we get you into theta with a variety of inputs. We use EMDR light therapy. So you're wearing goggles on your eyes are closed, but there's flashing lights going on. We use isochronic tones and binaural beats. So you're listening to headphones, and these isochronic tones and binaural beats are in the background of the music. We use cranial electrostim units, little clips that go on the ears with a slight buzzing. Those have been used for decades in neurology to get people into theta brainwaves. And then we use a vestibular input. So you're in our theta chamber. We have all of these inputs going on, and you do this slight motion, although you don't feel it. You don't sense that motion. And what we're doing is we're putting these inputs in different speeds on each side of the head, and the brain is saying, wow, that's a lot of inputs. I'm not going to listen to any of it until all of it hits at the exact same time. And doing that, we can slow the brain waves down, get you into that theta brain state so that your brain begins to heal and you develop new neural pathways, new ways of thinking.
That's absolutely, it's phenomenal.
It is phenomenal.
And you're right here in Loveland.
I'm right here in Loveland.
Where are you?
We're on the northwest corner of Taft and 29th Street.
Okay.
In the North Park Place building.
Do you call, go online? What's your website, telephone number?
Yes, all of the above. Some people like to book their own appointments, and you can do that at renewremedy.com. Some people like to pick up the phone. Feel free to give us a call at 970-966-8419. Some people want to text, and we can do that too at 970-685-8531.
Oh, perfect. And what are your hours?
So we're typically here, 10 to 6. However, when we're dealing with people that have a lot of addiction or depression or anxiety, and they need to do those intensives, we schedule times that work for them. And we are here 7 days a week. You're not going to see that online if you're booking your own appointment, but if you need that level of support, we're going to schedule all of your appointments during your first time here, and we book those out for the entire 30 days.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, I am so happy to have gotten to meet you.
I'm so glad to meet you, Candace.
And I'm glad to get some of this information out into the world, out into everyone who is viewing, and thank you so much for viewing today. Again, this is Renew Remedies, and I'm Candace. This is Christy. Welcome to this world. Try her out. Try her services out. Amazing, amazing feedback. Amazing.
Yeah, and I would say to people, do not suffer emotional pain for another day. Not another day. We can change it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining this channel and this show today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.